Tonight, police discussed as an ugly brawl mars Shepparton soccer. Counting continues in Murray as the coalition is re-elected. And 40 years of breath testing in Victoria. Good evening, I'm Bruce Roberts. Also tonight, regional Victorian pups gear up for the annual Sled Dog Classic at Falls Creek. A Shepparton soccer game has ended in a large violent brawl with police vowing to arrest those involved. Goulburn North East football representatives have voiced their disgust and now plan to ramp up security at matches. Sarah Lawrence has the details.
Bruce, tensions escalated at a senior soccer game between home side Shepparton South and Shepparton United yesterday afternoon. Police were called to the John McEwen Reserve just after 5 o'clock to reports of a large brawl involving around 100 people.
There was quite a bit of tension. There was a lot of people who were quite shaken up when we've arrived out there. We've had reports of a number of people who've been assaulted, including a 16-year-old linesman who was a ref in that match.
First aid volunteers treated 2 people for minor injuries, and police are now trying to track down any footage or witnesses.
To try and identify further people involved and lay further charges from there. We're not sure exactly how many people are involved at this stage, so any information that the public can supply us with would be very helpful.
Representatives from the Goulburn North East Football Association are vowing to clean up the competition and will hold an emergency meeting tonight.
We've gone as far as organising securities for the games, and in the high-risk games there will be security. We don't want to see this happen ever again.
Police are still investigating and say they're hopeful of making some arrests.
Great, Sarah. Thank you very much for that. Sarah Lawrence reporting there. There are calls for information after a man was assaulted outside the White Lion Hotel at Deniliquin overnight on Saturday. Police allege the 24-year-old was waiting for a taxi when an unknown offender punched him in the jaw, causing him to fall and hit his head on the concrete. The victim was taken to Deniliquin Hospital and later transferred to Albury. Political enthusiasts are eagerly waiting for a final decision in Murray, despite National Damien Drum being placed well ahead of the other candidates. It's as Malcolm Turnbull yesterday announced his federal election victory for the coalition.
After one of the longest election campaigns in recent years, voters in the Murray electorate are questioning why they're still awaiting the result.
Far too long. It's something that should have been decided within the week.
Causes uncertainty in the community and affects business. It's not good.
The latest count shows National's Damien Drum as the candidate of choice in more than half of the electorate's ballots, but almost 20% of votes are yet to be counted. Mr Drum says he won't announce the result until he has confirmation from the Australian Electoral Commission, while some voters simply say they're over it.
I just think it's a big joke, actually, the elections anyway. I'm not really that interested this year.
It's nothing out of the ordinary, say others.
You would like to know sooner, but yeah, I suppose it happened last time, so.
While many are pushing for Mr Drum to declare his victory, the Liberals candidate Duncan McGeeckie has made no official comment on whether or not he'll raise the white flag and concede defeat.
I think it has gone on too long, and I think what happened on the weekend with the leaders should have set the standard for everybody else.
Win News has made multiple attempts to speak with Liberal candidate Duncan McGeeckie, however he is yet to respond to requests. Stephanie Atkins, Win News.
When we return tonight, Australia's obesity battle continues during Diabetes Awareness Week, and a boost for Eildon Shopping Precinct with major upgrades on the cards. Time for some Monday night sport with Amy Duggan, and Simon Gerrans is really yet to make his mark on the Tour de France.
That's right, Bruce. The high country cyclist sits well behind the leaders after 9 rounds. Also tonight, a percentage boost for Strathmerton in the Bacola and District Footy, and Speedway competitors hit the track at the Winton Raceway. In sport, there's been big wins for the second-ranked teams in the PDFL Northwest and KDFL senior divisions. Strathmerton and Nagambie triumphed, with both teams posting wins of at least 70 points. It's been a disappointing start to the Tour de France for high country hopeful Simon Gerrans, who sits just inside the top 100 after stage 9 of the race. British rider Chris Froome holds the lead by 16 seconds ahead of fellow Englishman Adam Yates, who rides alongside Gerrans for the Orica Bike Exchange team. The riders take a rest day in Andorra ahead of a 200-kilometre ride for stage 10. Organisers have hailed the inaugural Speedway race day at Winton a success. Hundreds of competitors and fans gathered at the track to see a collection of street stocks, standard saloons and legend cars tear up the tarmac. And that is Monday Sport, Bruce.
Great, Amy. Thank you very much for that. We have some weather warnings for you, with winds expected to gust up to 100 kilometres an hour tomorrow. Details for you after the break. Hello again. Cloud cover kept temperatures warm overnight, up to 7 degrees above average. Today was mostly cloudy in the Goulburn Valley, but there were a couple of sunny breaks. Not all good news for you though. A severe weather warning is in place for northern and north central Victoria, with graziers also warned of issues. There's also a flood watch out for northeast Victoria. Let's look at the details from today. Shepparton overnight dipped down to 10 degrees, eventually adding 5 throughout the day. The triplets of Mansfield, Alexandra and Eildon all saw 7 overnight and got up to 11 throughout the day. Wangaratta saw 16 degrees, and as you can see there as well, 16 also for Yarrawonga, and Tocumwal 15 degrees for Echuca. On the satellite, cloud over southern and eastern Victoria with cool winds is triggering those showers. Heaviest in the southwest, skies are clearer in the north. On the synoptic, a strong cold front will move up from the southern ocean and cross Victoria tomorrow. The cold westerly airstream will ease later on Wednesday. To the forecast for the Goulburn Valley for tomorrow, cloudy with showers, snow falling above 1,000 metres during the early afternoon, lowering to just 400 metres during the evening. The chance of a thunderstorm and possible hail. So those temperatures once again, 7s overnight for Mansfield, Alexandra and Eildon, beginning up towards 9 and 10 degrees. We can see Benalla up to 11 degrees, Echuca up to 12 and Tocumwal and Denny up to 13 degrees. For Shepparton, cloudy with up to 3 mils of rain anticipated. There's a risk of hail and thunder, winds northerly turning west to northwesterly. 8 overnight, 11 during the day. For Melbourne, windy with showers and 13 degrees. And in the days ahead, Wednesday partly cloudy, Thursday partly cloudy again, a slight temperature bump on Friday, but cloudy.